Should the provinces have more autonomy on immigration?
I think that would be hard to enforce. It's hard to secure the provincial borders. I think it should be the federal responsibility.
Well, I don't know how much say they have at the moment on immigration, but I think they definitely, each province should have its own input because they're all different in their own way. So,
I think they should a bit, but I still think it's the federal government that pays a lot for them, and I think that we need to have immigrations.
For sure. Break it down to the smaller systems, and we know what works within our community and we know what doesn't work.
That's a good one, because we're a federation, so provinces should have a certain amount of say, but in having more say, that takes away from the federal power. I think it should still be a federal issue, but maybe the provincial ministers and people of the province should have more of a say of the influx of people and where they go, and not just be forced to take in whoever, wherever.
I'm going to go with yes, but it still needs to be done federally is most important. I mean, once they're here, they should be like anybody else, be able to go anywhere they want. Okay, like if you're allowed to Canada, you're in Canada, go where you want. Okay, who are we letting in though? That's the thing.
Yeah, just because of housing. Like, there's a lot of issues with population control here right now. We don't have housing for a lot of people, so it'd be nice to have more money from the federal government to help offset that, or at least let the provinces decide on how many people we're going to bring in.
No, that should be a Canadian thing. It should be a Canadian policy. It should be global, over the whole country.
Yes, I do think that will be important because each province has their own issues when it comes to capacity for immigration, so I think that they should have certainly more say in what they bring in and their quota limits.
I guess it depends on the housing situation in each province. If there isn't much housing going around, then they should get that decision, but otherwise it's up to the government.
I would like to see more of a federal immigration policy, only because, looking down south at the states, you see that some rogue states, or maybe in Canada, provinces where people are just a bit extreme, and I really don't like extremism, and so I would like a broad, even immigration policy, and I totally support immigration. I think it's our savior.
I would say yes on that. But I think they should base it on what they need to bring into the country. And there's not so much I can say about it, but I mean, we've allowed immigration here now, right? And they're all best kind of people, right? But I think they should watch what they're doing and try to focus on the main issue, which is helping out the whole country.
I don't know about that. I really believe in the importance of immigration. Lots of friends, my father came here from another country, and lots of friends that have. I don't know though. I don't know really. It's a good question though, because every province has its own needs, and we certainly, with the declining birth rate and an aging population, we definitely need people. So, I'm sort of more in favor of provinces, I suppose, having a little bit more say in that, to meet their own needs.
I think the federal government should listen more to the provinces. Now, I don't think provinces should have final say, but they should definitely amalgamate better.
No, because a Canadian is a Canadian. It just shouldn't matter which province that they're going into. Every province should be welcoming of immigrants into their provinces.
Personally, I feel it still should remain a federal matter, yeah.
Why?
To give unification across the whole country, as far as the numbers that are allowed in every year, as far as whether it's relatives of current residents or different things that are happening in the world that are specifically attuned to through Ottawa and their people that work overseas and such. Yeah.
No.
Why?
I think it should be standard across Canada, as long as each province can support it. So it's not quite that easy, but I think it's a Canadian decision, federal.
Why do you feel that way?
I think the provinces, whether it's Ontario, Quebec, or Alberta, I think they should all support immigration.
I think ultimately immigration comes down to communities and whoever can better represent communities, because at the end of the day, immigrants need to arrive in communities, they need to be cared for by communities, and so the province has a better handle on what communities want than federally.